You know what? Now that you said that, you sent that text, them niggas went out hunting. I didn't even think about that shit, homie.
Yeah, you feel
yeah, you know, I know, you know, my
they
hood.
Went out hunting because you know what I'm saying? So I don't get it, but I do because I know an individual. And it's kind of a free spirit, you know, worry free type guy. I've talked to y'all about him. It's the one that I had to, when me and his daddy was getting into it, I had to get them niggas off of him in the studio.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so.
Is that the one with the Jamaicans?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, I told my team to kind of, you know, even Flacco, I've been on Flacco ass this morning. You know, he got a mother, father. By now, they didn't woke his daddy up and probably didn't took him to solitary confinement. You know, one thing about us street niggas, we know when they come wake us up, they tonguing us to the hole. Either we know and we ain't did nothing. We usually know what that is.
Since it being Saturday, probably go visit him and tell him if you don't know by now.
Nah, I think they gonna take that nigga somewhere to make sure he don't flip out.
Usually it be the chaplain that they take you to and holler at you. It's probably his case. It'd probably be the imam.
The imam.
You know, yeah, you know.
You gotta remember, bro.
But if he gonna trip, they gonna put him.
They just didn't took about 8 or 9 Hoovers in there for that indictment. They got to make sure he ain't gonna flip out. Yeah. Not to say it was the Hoovers that did it, but he got killed in the Hoovers.
You gonna take it out on anybody.
That's borderline 7-4, borderline 5 Oosh, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it could have been anybody that late at night. Could have been some niggas over there who hunted and thought they got. Could have been the nigga that knew. Yep. Could have been all kind of shit, but I do know.
All kind of scenarios. What time was it at?
Probably about, when I get that call, maybe about midnight, 11.
Yeah.
Midnight.
Yeah. That's late. That's how late in LA to be going around.
Especially going to the weed shop.
Yeah, that's how late.
Yeah. Jeez. He got a child. We got 2 sisters and 2 brothers. Mother, father, host of aunts. I believe his grandmother's still alive. His grandfather's still alive. It was crazy because I just got off the phone with Marty Marr because Marty Marr back out. I just got off the phone with Marty Marr and he was telling me that he had popped up at his house. And he was had the security explain to him that he couldn't let him in, you know, because of terms and conditions of probation and the open case situation that's going on, you know. And Huey always been one of those ones that like, man, what I got to do with any of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he always been one of them ones that's like that. Man, what I got to do with any of that, man?
What did they get Marty Marr for? Just questioning?
More of an individual that I told him to leave alone. I told
you, just his name popped up in some shit. They had asked him about that shit, huh? Hell yeah. Hang around the wrong person, nigga. They would snatch your ass up.
That's crazy. You wasn't really hanging around. They tried to come to him a couple of times. So a nigga said, he said, man, you always be right. All I kept hearing was your voice when I was sitting in that motherfucker. Oh, they let him out.
Yeah, the feds is petty.
Pending, guess he got to go back in front of the whatever, however that shit work over there.
Yeah, he got to go back in front of the people, yep. Yeah, them feds, they different, man. They'll just snatch you up. You don't even know why. What the fuck? Till they ask you what they want to know. Man, I don't know that motherfucker. All right. That's your statement, right? Okay.
Yeah, you know, the mother and the daughters. It's a hard year, bro. You lose your father, brother, lose your husband and son. That's everybody got a breaking point, you know.
Yeah, that's a lot to hold, boy.
I look up on the live and niggas is screaming, "We got content," and they from the same section. R&B couldn't believe it.
That's crazy. We got content.
R&B looked at me and said, "Did that nigga just say we got content?"
Man, you need to go on the coin that shit, bro. You need to go on and own that like bling bling, like Baby should have did.
Yeah, this is unfortunate, but and then we already know what this gonna lead to. That's the crazy part.
Hey, Wack, I know, you know, despite how you feel about, you know, Big U, his father, whatever, but how you feel about this whole thing when it comes to his son? I know you still kind of close to him, even though y'all was like, y'all a little friction.
Nah, you know, Jabari, one of the kids that always run across or he'd call me, or, you know, I didn't save him while me and his daddy getting into it, literally. You know what I'm saying? So he don't see me like that. Jabari could be a little asshole. You never heard him speak against me or say nothing against me. You know, Keita that be on his app, she used to babysit the little nigga. Literally.
You talking about your niece, Keita?
Yeah, she used to babysit the Jabari.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, I told my whole team, we ain't, you know, we not going to antagonize, disrespect, or none of that. You know, I done had arguments with a couple of them, but not off our floor, but, you know, others that feel like, fuck that, why should we show? I just had to let them know, bro, the distaste for him ain't greater than the concern of the mother and the siblings.
Right. Yeah, that's very honorable, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. I told Flacco, I know you gonna speak, but, you know, keep it respectful. You know what I'm saying? You know, listen, man, we all got a wife, we all got a mother and auntie and shit. That's a whole lot for a woman. You know, the youngest daughter, Cherish, you know, I was there when she was born, so she ain't used to this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? She don't, you know, the youngest son, the one that played for the NFL, he got to try to keep his head in the game. It's a whole lot going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got a father fighting Rico and a lot of scrutiny going on, and then this, you know, there's a lot going on, bro. You know, we understand the ways and the other streets, but I hope somebody considers that retaliation continues and goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can understand if somebody directly claiming it, but you get to just doing some spontaneous, random type shit. Now people are in a situation where they can target. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, y'all, okay, well, we're going to target somebody else that's tied to it. You know what I'm saying? And Lord forbid we look up and, you know what I'm saying, and one of his siblings, now the mother and the rest of them going through, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, at some point, man, motherfucker got to pull the plug on shit. Just got to stop. More ain't always better, my nigga. And then nothing is worse than when a worldly day reminds you of a day. Every time you hear, every time you hear Halloween, you know what I'm saying, you thinking about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, remember my little brother? Remember he passed away on Halloween?
Yeah, I just got done
talking about that shit when he passed away? Yeah.
I just got done
6 years ago. That was 6 years ago, Wack.
Yeah, that ain't, so.
Yeah, I just got done saying the month of April and the month of March is a hard time for me.
Something happened on New Year's and Christmas and Thanksgiving. You're hearing about the shit. You know what I'm saying? The world it's coming. Hey, what are you doing for this? And you know what I'm saying? You can't, those regular days that we know them to be, we know what that day represents, but you don't have the world reminding you of it. Going crazy about now. People that woke up and they ain't been having nothing to talk about. So I'm pretty sure you're going to have a bunch of motherfuckers. I see out of town motherfuckers talking about Big U son got killed in the 60s on Fig. I'm like, this shit, these motherfuckers. I don't know how that's possible, but they don't understand what's what, where's what. Maybe I didn't know that the 60s run through Fig. Fuck no.
Nah, they don't come that far over.
Because they talk. Fuck. That's why I'm looking at certain shit. I'm like, what are these people talking about, bro? Motherfuckers say anything. They don't give a fuck. Flacco responded. He said he gonna respect it. That's cool, because that nigga would have went crazy. When I first saw the video, they might just be talking. Then they sent me the photo of him with the clothes he had on. He posted a few hours before. Him and his brother, him and his older brother. I'm like, oh shit. Your granddaughter needs sales tax as much as I do. You'll never have to do scary government math. Or in that video, it's his Tesla. Oh no, man, what the hell you doing over there at fucking midnight? Was he out there trying to pimp or something, man? I mean, I said, that's like borderline y'all, borderline the folk. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? That's 67. Seventh to gauge is all like them little different little pimps be right there. Yeah, it could. Yeah, I've heard rumors of of him kind of entertaining that.
Yeah, shit go down right there all the time, and anybody can get it right there.
Well, that's like a hunting ground.
Yeah, man, there's always somebody getting killed right there.
Where was it at?
67th and Fig.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No about the 50s.
Where it's like a overlapping. It can be, but like I said from the 50s. So, you know, he gonna tell you born, bred, and fed. Yeah, so. Niggas get mad and niggas run a blanket effect unless somebody straight claim it.
Yeah, you know they going back because said the Hoovers did it. Probably ain't got shit to do with it.
Off the rip. And the crazy part about it, it didn't necessarily have to be them because it's one of them little gray areas because there's a little pimping me going on. But now we can expect automatically that it's going to be some more brothers that go to prison. Police going to get hot. They going to know everything moving in that dude over there is a certain way and certain shit go happen. All this shit be a motherfucking domino effect of straight. I mean, it makes sense because that's the sense we made it to be, but it don't make sense. Motherfuckers don't say, well, we gonna try to figure out. Niggas just start hit whoever right there and over there and over there. And the next thing you know, you got motherfucking a whole fire going on, blazing.
Niggas will go kamikaze in broad daylight and all that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So. And what's crazy said, I believe 67 go through up under the 110, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
you can go. That's one of the streets that go actually under the 110.
You can go to Broadway.
Back to Broadway. So, you know, said understanding what we know what been going on with the last little dude up on Manchester up there, right? You know, you can have more. You know, you don't know what. You know what I mean? Because it's a crossover street. Every street don't cross over. I believe 67 crosses over.
Yeah, it got a freeway.
Yeah, because I was Slauson and nigga got killed not too long ago. He wasn't from nowhere over there.
But and he tied to somebody over there. He ain't, but he didn't bang no. But yeah, that's a crossover street, so you know, you cross under the free back on the east side.
Yep, you in the East Coast.
Right there, yeah, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, 6'6" right there on 65th and Grand, 66th and Grand.
Well, you're in the six pack. Well, on the other side of that is a 6 pack.
6'8", 6'9", all those 6'8", 6'9" right there. Yeah, that's why it's crazy. I'm waiting to hear from my cousin. He was like, let me find out. That's why I was on 67th to Broadway.
Said, I'm gonna send you something that's wild. I'm gonna send it to you right now. This is kind of wild. And these little motherfuckers is crazy these days. This shit right here they doing is nuts.
Yeah, they burnt out.
I'm gonna send you this, Ed, because I know it's some. I know how to try to go, hey, which one of niggas better get on that front line, but look at that, what I just sent you.
And the Menlos on the too, or they more like on the other side?
Nah, the Menlos on they on Vermont, yeah. Look what I just sent you, Zed. You know what I'm saying? You know, that shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's a nigga playing. That's way the other way.
And that's what I be saying. You never know.
Yeah, you see what that is? That's way the other way, nigga.
Yeah, out the way.
Way the other way, other side of the street. But that's that goddamn, you know what I'm saying? That street crossovers. You know what I'm saying? Well, I got that late last night. My partner out of the 9-9 sent me that. So
Yeah, that's why I think it's some pimp shit.
yeah, they say that individual right there is tied to what you see, buddy, what you talking about. And somebody was just saying on the floor, and one of these rules, like, nigga, these little niggas right today, they claim shit. They want you to know it was them, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, real shit they do.
Get dumb as hell nowadays.
We did shit to get away, nigga. These little niggas is nigga, it was me. It was me.
Post gun, post money, post weed, all type of dumb ass shit.
Niggas need that hit of clout.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now today, this is the morning, baby. This is the morning where we should see how if that was a police did something, everybody be out trying to tear something up, shutting the streets down. This is the morning where the nation and all these Israelites and all these shit,
They be marching up and down the street.
Be out screaming, "Stop the violence. We don't need this to go no further." This right here is the morning they need to be doing it. This is when they need to hear Big U's voice for the first time over that federal phone saying, "I do not want anybody to revenge my son's death and take the life of somebody else's child." See, this is when it need to happen. But that would have been Officer motherfucking Brian Hinkleberry. Niggas would be throwing shit off the freeway. Our whole movement is fucked up, bro.
Looting shit, burning down stores and all type of stuff.
Yeah. If it ain't no interference, this shit is gonna go up. With the thought of no thought. Yeah, we all done been there. Those of us that didn't become of age, we know what we do. We don't even think about it. Fuck it, we hitting everything around us. So now you got some motherfuckers that ain't got nothing. Now you done went over, now they didn't trigger. Now they hitting everything around them. Now and it just keeps going, and then there it go. Add another 10 years to this shit. Another 10 years, another 40 bodies, another 50 niggas catching life. Another 90 mamas and daddies and siblings and kids without, one way or another. Shit crazy, man. And don't none of us know that unless we done been through that.
I watched my mom when my brother died. She had slept in his room when he died, and I had went in his car to like clean out the blood out his car, so she could see him. But it messed her up when he died. But she would call me his name. You know, we twins. But my mama,
Yeah, let's just hope everybody respects it.